Hey friends, this is Carrie and welcome back to I Like Reddit channel. Today we have two stories out of two different subreddits. Let's begin. Our first story is by Hannah Hatter. Lady runs over my foot because I wouldn't fetch motor oil for her. Cast. Me. AL, Angry Lady. CW, Confused Worker. MH, My Hero. So, let me start by saying I get mistaken for working at Walmart a lot because I wear a lanyard. I keep my keys on a lanyard, and I usually wear it around my neck because it's easier to grab and go when I need to get in my car and get going again. And I guess because it's blue, a lot of people think it's an employee tag. Usually it's someone older just asking where something is, or if I can get something down from a shelf for them, and usually I'll point them in the right direction. That, or someone realizes the mistake and apologizes. It's fun to hear from the manager at Walmart that I'm a very helpful young woman, because I helped get a set of dishes off of a third shelf for a lady with back pain. Lol. This woman was different. I had just gotten off of work, so I was wearing a black shirt with my company logo on it, and a pair of black jeans and black shoes. I had my purse sitting in my lap and my lanyard around my neck. I was waiting to pick up a pile of Christmas gifts and was exhausted from work, so I was pretty much dozing in the chair they had in the pickup area. This is usually where I get spotted. That was when I heard it. Angry Lady. Wake up, lazy girl. This sharp, angry voice, and I opened my eyes to see a woman who, if I hadn't heard her speak, would have thought she was a sweet old grandmother. She had on this white and green striped shirt, a pair of jeans, and a lot of necklaces, with her gray hair pulled back into a ponytail with cut bangs. She had 3 of those cheap little necklaces that you find at kids' parties around her neck. Me. What? I was half awake. Angry Lady. You need to help me now. Get off your lazy butt and help me. Me. What are you talking about? She paid my question no mind. Angry Lady. Go and get me some motor oil. Me. What? No, go get it yourself. Angry Lady. Furious. My son said our car needs motor oil, and I'm not going all the way across the store for it. Do your job and get it. The auto center was pretty far away, but the motor carts from what I've seen are pretty fast. It's not like she had to walk. Me. 1. I don't work here and I don't have to listen to you. 2. The employees here are not dogs and they won't fetch for you. Angry Lady, now shouting. You don't get to talk to me like that. Go and get my oil and then I'll speak to your manager. Me. I don't work here. I remember the lanyard and took it off to show her it had only my keys on it and that it had a local college name on it since I got it at a job fair at school. This isn't from the store. Angry Lady refuses to look at the lanyard. No, that's BS. Do as you're told or I will drag you to your manager myself. She grabbed my arm and tried to roll along with me, but I didn't want to deal with this, so I ran. I pulled my arm away, and with what little energy I had from my little nap, took off running. She tried to follow me, but I was able to weave my way through a few of the clothing racks and hid from her as she shouted at me. I roamed the store a bit, looking for junk I probably didn't need, but could use, mostly avoiding her. Even made my way to the auto center and picked up a tire pressure gauge since mine had broke. Lol. I found myself in the arts and crafts aisle and had at this point stuck my earbuds in, but there was a screaming kid in the area. I'm the oldest of 6 and I work in a restaurant as well as babysit, so you can only take so much of an angry child. This also meant I couldn't hear anything. So I'm staring at the paints when I see out of the corner of my eye at least her cart. She's really close to me. Before I could step away, she ran over my freaking foot. I don't know if any of you have ever had your foot run over by a motorized cart, but it freaking hurts. It's not a heavy piece of machinery apparently. It's about 25 pounds according to Google, but it hurts when that weight is on your bony as heck foot, especially with 120 pounds of a woman when added to it, and the fact that I wasn't ready for this. So I screamed. I was in shock, and it felt like she shattered my foot, especially when her back wheels went over it again, and I screamed again. I had to sit down on one of the shelves and rip my shoe off, trying to alleviate some of the pain, while the angry lady is yelling at me. Me, for the last effing time, I don't work here, and you'll be lucky if I don't press charges against you. Finally, an actual employee, CW, came jogging around the corner wearing a vest that had a logo on the corner and a name tag clipped to his vest. He looked entirely confused, which made sense. There was a crying 19-year-old taking off her shoe while a woman sat on a motorized cart screaming at her. CW: "Are you okay, ma'am?" He came over to me first. Seeing as I pulled off my sock, my foot was swelling and there was a little bit of blood because my nail had dug into my foot and cut it. Angry lady: "You need your manager. She should be fired." CW looked at me confused. Me, trying to catch my breath when I start crying. I have the worst time stopping. She ran. AL starts shouting again. AL: "She wouldn't get me my freaking motor oil. Get me your manager." The worker looked like he didn't know what to do. He had one person sobbing and sounding like she was choking. I do that weird gasping thing when I'm trying to catch my breath. It's hard to explain. While another was screaming at him. That's when she came, my hero, the mother of the screaming child from before, who had apparently been screaming because he fell. I don't believe that for a second, mostly since I heard, "I want it," but I digress. She looked angry. For me, my hero. "What the heck is wrong with you?" She was pointing at AL. "Why the heck would you think it's okay to run over some random girl's foot?" AL PO'd. "She's an employee. She needs to learn to not ignore customers." My hero. "She doesn't even have a name tag, you idiot. She's wearing a uniform for another company. What in the hell would make you think she works here?" AL. "She is wearing a name tag. Look." She reached over and yanked my lanyard off my neck, holding it out to my hero like she won a prize or something. "See?" My hero, snatching my lanyard and showing it to her. "Does this say Walmart to you?" Angry lady finally got a good look and realized that they were only keys. The letters on the lanyard had the initials for a local college on it, and she turned white. My hero turned to CW. My hero, "Get your manager and a first aid kit, now." She sounded furious. CW ran off, looking a little relieved to finally have directions to run into. My hero began to do the mom thing, where she examined my foot and talked to me in a nicer tone. AL tried to scoot her way out of the store, but was blocked by the greeter. She was trying to take the motorized scooter, which was a big no-no. The manager came and asked if I wanted the police to get involved, or if I wanted an ambulance. I said no. I just wanted to get my things, an ice pack, and go home. In that comfy chair in the pickup waiting area. They gave me a 50% discount on my pickup stuff, letting me take the stuff that I had picked up when I was walking around for free. I waited until the swelling in my foot had gone down and watched as the crap storm as AL tried to convince the manager that I was his insubordinate employee and that I needed to be fired. He instead banned her from the store and told her if she ever came near his employees that he would get the police called on her. My hero got her husband to take their kid home and come back for her. She sat with me to make sure I was okay to get home. It wasn't my driving foot, so I could still drive okay, and I was able to limp my way to my car. My foot was a fun shade of black, purple, and a little bit of blue for a little while. But my mom and stepdad, both in the medical field, don't think it's broken. It's been sore, but I probably won't end up taking it to the doctor. Best Christmas gift I ever got, though, was watching the angry lady get her motorized cart turned off and watch her go off, jumping around and stomping. Edit. People keep telling me I should have pressed charges. I get it. I probably should have, but I didn't need the added stress of that on top of all of my other problems I was and am still dealing with. She got banned, and she can get arrested by someone else. Let it go. I have the mentality that if it's pain that simply doesn't go away, I have the opinion of my paramedic parents on it, then I go. But just because I've been dealing with soreness doesn't mean anything. I work on my feet constantly and probably need to get time to rest and heal. That's it. Nothing's broken. There's a few things that bother me about this one. One, on what planet is it okay to treat a Walmart employee, or in this case, another Walmart customer, in that way? According to this Karen, it's okay to assault someone because they're not giving you the proper attention that you deserve? I mean, what planet are you from where this is okay? Unless this is her normal operating procedure, in which case she probably has several assaults under her belt for this type of behavior and is too stupid to realize that you can't treat people like this. The other thing is, in the time that it took her to chase the OP around the store, she could have found another associate and had help getting motor oil and been on her way. But instead, she chose to waste all of her time to chase this girl around the store. I mean, come on, that is just ridiculous. The thing that's pathetic is, other than wasting her own time and harassing, assaulting, and stalking this girl around the store, she still didn't get her motor oil, and she got banned from the store on top of it. Unless this is normal operating behavior for her, and in which case, this is probably what, the 20th store she's been banned from for acting like a jerk? I mean, it's not complicated to treat people decently. It's actually really easy. But I guess if you're a Karen, like this woman, being decent to people is just a really hard thing to do. Anyway, on to our second and final story. Our second and final story was posted by Father BBQ. I need parts for my stolen lawnmower. This story took place at one of my many jobs I had prior to college. I was working as a tractor mechanic for a family-owned tractor dealership. Sorry for the long setup, but this was interesting. We had worked hard that spring and early summer. We didn't get much time off, but 4th of July was just around the corner, and our bosses, husband and wife, gave us the day off, but stressed that we needed to be at work until 5 p.m. on the 3rd, and we needed to be there at 7 a.m. sharp the next day after the 4th. So we had our time off and returned to work only to find a hole under our fence and a missing lawn tractor. The tractor was valued at $8,000 at the time, and this is the mid-1990s, and it appeared someone had dug some of the ground under the fence and cut the straps that hold the chain link fence to the poles. No cameras, and being a holiday, no witnesses. The police filled out a report but didn't give us much hope it would ever be found. Fast forward 4 years. Our parts man, a good friend of mine, gets a call from a customer who's looking for a blade assembly for their own lawn tractor. Since parts do vary a bit within model numbers, the parts man asked for the serial number. The caller quickly gave the number and he entered it into the system and froze. It was the stolen lawn tractor. Could the thief be that stupid? That brazen? Possibly. He thought quickly and told the customer that it looked like the tractor was still under warranty and we would need to replace the blade assembly for her to be covered. He asked for her address and told her a technician would be there within the next day to do the work. Interested in saving money, she quickly gave her address and the trap was set. The owner, dressed as a mechanic, and I drove down to the address. On the way, we called the local police and alerted them about what was about to go down. When I got into the driveway, I noticed the customer had kindly set the tractor in the driveway for us to work on. So I backed in directly in front of the tractor. I lowered the ramp but acted like I was doing it to access my toolbox. I lifted the hood and verified the serial number. Listed in more than one place, folks, and confirmed it was our tractor. Now, I know each state has its own laws on repo work, but we were told we couldn't start the tractor, only drag it onto the truck, so that's what we did. The customer came out of the house as the police arrived. They also verified the serial number and told us to take the tractor. I only heard tidbits after this point, but it sounded like her son gave her the tractor. Either way, she was prosecuted for possession of stolen property. OP was really lucky to get the tractor back, because most of the time in these type of cases, you never see the object again, or if you do, it's completely junked. OP is also lucky to have gotten some justice out of it, even if the woman supposedly didn't take the tractor. Something good came out of this whole thing. Anyway, that's all the stories I have today. Please stop on by Reddit to show the OP some love and an upvote. Links to the original stories will be in the description box below. If you enjoy my content, please like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell notification to let you know when I've uploaded new content. Thank you for watching and have a great day.